Okay, we can't do a Valentine's special without a delicious meal to bring you together, whether it's your special someone, your family, or your friends. So Chef Randy Feltis is here to make a crab boil that checks all the boxes. Take a look at what you'll need to prepare this one. This is very special. Randy, I know it's going to be amazing, but let's start by just talking about whole crab, because some people will see the whole crab and be like, I don't know if I can deal with this. They're not familiar with dealing with the whole crab. Ooh.
Yeah, Trace, it's not hard. You know, he's a cute little guy. This is a Dungeness crab, right? So he's cute, he's manageable, you know, he's all right. And he's really quite easy to work with. He's gonna fit into a pot. Now, if we're talking king crab, that's a different story altogether. They can like have a span of 5 or 6 feet. You need a really big pot for that. Whoa. But a Dungeness crab, they're in season right now. And they're not hard to handle. They're not really expensive, and they're pretty easy to work with.
Well, let's talk about the money. How much does your friend there cost, a whole crab?
This little beauty, you know what, they have gone up because of COVID, but you can find them anywhere from like 25 to 35 bucks. They're about $15 to $18 a pound.
Okay, all right. Not bad for a special meal. Like, this isn't out of the realm of possibility for what someone would spend for a special meal.
But Tracy, it does bring that element of romance and beauty, and it kind of gives you that whole like, oh, he went out and he got a whole crab for me. This has got like some intrigue to it, if you will.
That's right. Okay, so how do we? It is special. It's not something you do on a regular Tuesday. So how do we start?
So it's really easy, and this is kind of what I want to do on Valentine's Day, because you either go super simple or you go multi-courses. And if you go multi-courses, just think you're in the kitchen, you're sweating, you're worried if you're going to execute everything. If you overcook the tenderloin, that's it. Like, the date's over, it's over. Don't do that kind of stuff. So this is kind of like the no-nonsense, the surefire way to make things happen on Valentine's Day. We're going to throw everything into the pot. So we got a little bit of water down here. We're going to do some lemons. We got some baby potatoes. Now, think we're only going to boil this for about 10 minutes. So if you have their baby potatoes are a little bit bigger, just cut them in half, because you want to get them cooked in 10 minutes. We got a little bit of corn. It's going in because that's kind of like traditional kind of thing. And then, Tracy, we've got the Old Bay seasoning. This is a must. You got to have this. It's just crab oil. It's got a crab picture right on the front of it, and it has to go in and be there.
It's the right thing to do, right? So what would you say, like, what other spices are similar to that mixture?
So that's a good question, Tracy, because I was reading up on it, and like, chefs all around the world just love this thing. It has 18 secret spices in there. So I think they got 7 extra spices on the kernel. So that's pretty impressive. But I imagine there's things like onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of mustard in there, you know, paprika, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So if you have that kind of stuff lying around, some salt and pepper, great. If not, just throw in some fresh herbs, some garlic, and away you go. Now your crab's going to go right on top, and you're going to put the lid down on. We're going to bring this up to a boil for exactly 7 minutes. And then we can finish it off. This is where we're gonna get the greenery, because you know you have to make it healthy too, and both parties are gonna love this. We're gonna chuck in some asparagus at the very end, right? And then some sausage, but this sausage is pre-cooked. It's the white sausage. So we just have to really bring some heat into it. That's gonna go in, and I'm even gonna throw in some fresh dill just for fun. So lid goes back on, we boil it for another 3 whole minutes. When everything's hot and glorious, this is just romance right here, Tracy. We bust this out and put this on a plate. You know, you got everything you need. You got the potatoes, the sausage, the perfectly cooked asparagus, the corn, the crab. Now, Trace, when it comes to romance and Valentine's Day, there is one more thing you're gonna need, and you know what that is?
I guess we need to get into that crab. Like, we need to crack that crab. I don't know how this is gonna go. How do we do that?
We're going to do that too, but before we do that, you got to get the bubbling hot butter. I got the garlic in there already. I'm going to hit it with some herbs, maybe a touch more salt, right? And then just a squeeze of lemon. And listen, the couple that eat butter together have it dripping down their lips and their mouths like this. This is Valentine's Day right here. So we got the butter ready, okay? We got the garlic going. It's all smelling beautiful. Now, you got this crab. You're a little intimidated, but what you're going to do is you're just going to roll the crab over and take one of its claws and pop it out. And from here, it's really quite simple. You can just kind of open it up on the joints, You know, you get some scissors if you want. If you want to get a mallet and really get messy and dirty, you can do that too. But it's really quite easy, just kind of like to snip it open on both sides. And that's the beautiful thing about the Dungeness. It's kind of delicate, it's clean, it's sweet, and it's delicate kind of flavor. And it just begs for butter. But look at this. It opens up. And then you're just going to take a little bit like this. And you dip it in there. You're going to eat with your hands, Trace. It's going to get kind of messy, but...
Messy, but good.
Oh, my Lord.
So you're not going to do all of the breaking of the crab for her. You guys are both going to get in there and get dirty, right?
This is a slow thing. We're going to talk about our feelings. We're going to talk about our goals. We're going to graze on some sausage, some corn. And then when you're done the legs, you're actually going to open up the body of this thing. And then you're going to pick around in there, and you're just going to keep talking and drinking and dripping into the butter and keep going. And that, Tracy, is what we call a date here at our house.
That is a date. That is a good date. What a delicious meal. Oh, my goodness. And something so special for a very special day. I love it, Randy. That recipe is up on our website.